Hello fellow developers. Today I'm going to create a Go microservice using Qodo Gen Agentic Mode. You can see my endpoint is going to be quote. I'm going to call the Chuck Norris API. I'm going to search for swear words, clean them up, replace Chuck Norris's name, and I'm going to also return it back as a quote and some other best principles here that we want to follow. So let's go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to paste it in and submit it. Great, we have everything created for us in temporary files. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my first temporary file and review it. And why I call it, when I say temporary file, is meaning that this is in reader mode only, and you need to decide if you want to take it or not and create the file and apply it. So here's the joke service interface, and that's what we have. And I've created some of these folders already to be a little bit faster for our service here. So I have a service here, and I'm going to go ahead and create this file into the service folder. So after you're done creating it, I can delete the file. I'll just get rid of that, and now I'm going to go to the joke service, and I'm going to add this file to the joke service. And we're done there. And then here's the API client. This is in a client file. I do not have a client package. I have a joke client, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the joke client package, and then simply update the package. Remember, you're in the driver's seat, so you can fix it the way you want. There's no major accidents. They're just happy little ones. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And here is our filter for our swear words. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the filter package. And we have that guy done. And then our HTTP handler. So that's going to go into our handler. So that says handlers, and so that's fine for right now. You want plural or singular. I'm going to go ahead and make it the plural, and I'm done with that one. Now here's our main and our test. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the changes to the main, and then I'm going to create the test file. And I'm going to see what test file it is actually testing. So it's actually creating a test on the services to test out where our business logic is. So it's going to go ahead and create that. Now you're going to be able to create more as you go. It's just doing one for us, and we can visit doing other tests in a minute. So let's go ahead and have all of that done and start off with going through the actual classes that are created. So we have the content filter that's in filter, and we can review this quickly, see that it's what we like, and go to handlers. Again, this is, you're in the driver's seat. Iterate over this. You can ask other questions. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to keep on iterating over unless we get some errors. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to the actual Chuck Norris joke client here and see that everything is imported correctly. I'm going to go to my interface definitions here under service, which are good. Here's the service itself. It's all created. And then the joke service test is ready to test. And then our main. So our main, I'm going to go ahead and fix our imports. And remember, this is the joke, or is it called the joke client? And that should fix that. And then this is plural, the handlers. And we're good to go there. So simple review of your code after it gets generated. Just don't blindly take your code. And now I'm going to go ahead, and before I run my test, I'm going to go ahead and just test this out. So I have this call that I can make. So I'm going to run the main and see if it's going to actually function. And we see that it did run. It's all started and it has the handlers and ready to go. And so I'm going to go ahead and test this. So if I run this, you'll see that I got a quote back. And it says, a Qodo punch to the face has been directly linked to the causal effect of sleep apnea. So that would have been Chuck Norris. So that is good. And I can go ahead now and you can see that the shutdown hook is working correctly too. So it's service and shut down the server. So these are little things you're going to want to do and review your code and tweak it as you're going. So the key to this is iterate. Let's go ahead and run the tests. And you'll see it passed all the tests. So it wrote some basic tests here. So, this is the success. There's the mock joke and then the mock filtered. So it's making sure that, it comes through and there was nothing as bad words in it. So it didn't pick any of those. We can actually, do other ones here. So we can actually go to the content filter and we can ask Qodo Gen to test this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new chat and we'll do a test on this content filter. So I'm going to say test the content filter file. Great. So we have our content filter. This is the reader mode again. That's your indication that this is a test temporary file actually. So we can actually save this. So I can come here and say create the file because it's brand new. It's not going to append to it. It's new. And I'm going to go to the filter and say test here. Now I have this file. So let's go ahead and run the test and see where we're at. And you'll see that it passed all of them. So we can come through here and you can look at all the structures and the different swear words and the names, the files and what's expected, and the filtering out of words too. So I can go through this test and run that one, and you see it went through and ran all those and tested out the bad words, swear words. So that is creating our microservice. We called out to the service, we mocked it. We're actually able to not have to call out to the Chuck service to be able to do that with the mock because we created a good solid principles in our code. And we also created another test file to test out the filter. So thank you and happy coding with Qodo.